Day one of the legal tampering period for the New England Patriots was all but dull. Now, look, it did seem like it was going to be like that. But then when I decided to take a little break, go pump some iron, go clear my mind at the gym, they decided that they were going to make every single move under the sun. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about how the New England Patriots are re-signing their own wide receiver here in Jalen Reagor. Now, Jalen Reagor and this re-signing is one that I am a big fan of. Now, if you've been around my channel for a while, which if you haven't and you're new, welcome to the channel. Make sure on your way in, you do subscribe if you aren't subscribed already for all of your New England Patriots news. We quite literally cover everything from free agency, the draft, game breakdowns in season. Just think about anything you want to see Patriots-wise. This channel is going to give you that. But about a month or two ago, I broke down the Patriots free agents for this offseason. And then I also said which guys that I would like to see them bring back. Jalen Reagor was a guy that I would like to see back, and I'm very happy that they are bringing him back. He's going to be signing a one-year deal with the Patriots. The terms of the deal are currently unknown, but I would expect that it is a pretty minimal deal, about $5 million or less. Believe it or not, despite being a first-round bust by the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Reagor is still very, very young. He's only 25 years old still. He originally started his career in New England on the practice squad after he cleared waivers during the 53-man roster cutdowns this past August for the 2023 season. He's a guy that I said, you know what, if he is able to cement himself on special teams, then he is somebody who is going to stick around. If he is not able to cement himself on special teams, then he's going to be someone who just ends up being cut, and he's going to be looking for now his fourth NFL team because he went from the Philadelphia Eagles, then he spent 1 year with the Minnesota Vikings, and then went to the New England Patriots in 2023. Now, we didn't really see him do a whole lot in the month of September. It wasn't till, I would say, late September, early on in October, when we finally saw Jalen Reagor start to take off. The Patriots started by just continuously elevating him. And then when his practice squad elevations were all used up, they decided that they were going to sign him to the 53-man roster. And for me, Jalen Reagor is one of the most unsung heroes from the Patriots' very horrific 2023 season. Now, in the beginning of his tenure with the Patriots and really just early on in the season, Jalen Reagor really didn't do all that much. It wasn't towards the end of the season till we finally saw some more passes his way, till they finally started to get him a little bit more implemented. Now, look, don't get me wrong. It wasn't because Jalen Reagor was popping off. He's one of the best players in the league or anything like that. It's because he kind of had to be utilized, right? Juju Smith-Schuster wasn't himself, was dealing with injury. Devontae Parker was just mentally checked out, and the Patriots decided that they didn't want to play him. Kendrick Bourne was out. Everything was going wrong for the Patriots at wide receiver, so Jalen Reagor kind of had to get some more opportunities than realistically he probably should have. But I'm happy that he did, because we now know that we have a good fourth to fifth option at wide receiver. More realistically, probably a fifth option. This past season, he hauled in only 7 receptions, but put up 138 yards and had 1 rushing attempt that he turned into 17 yards also. He kind of served in that Tyquan Thornton role when the Patriots just said, honestly, Tyquan, you're not even worth putting on the field because at this point, you're a liability. You can't catch. You can't run routes. You're too thin. You're getting bumped around. There's no point in having you here. So Jalen Reagor turned into the speedster that defenses kind of had to respect deep. He also, like I said earlier on, cemented himself over on special teams and was able to net 221 yards as a kick returner on just 7 returns. Not to mention, he had a 98-yard kick return touchdown on New Year's Eve versus the Buffalo Bills. And not only was he productive when given the opportunity, whether that was in the passing game, whether that was giving him a rush attempt, or whether it was on special teams, but arguably the best part to Jalen Reagor's game this past season was in terms of run blocking. He had several key blocks for the Patriots this past season that was able to spring guys like Ramondre Stevenson and Ezekiel Elliott to help out kind of in run blocking when the offensive line was as bad as it was in terms of really both pass blocking and run blocking. We do know that the Patriots are going to want to run the ball pretty significantly this upcoming season under Alex Van Pelt, and that is going to be something, especially early on in the year, that they're really going to try to hold themselves accountable to, because you're going to have probably a bridge rookie quarterback here with Jacoby Brissett starting the season. Even if he isn't, you're still going to have a rookie quarterback. You're going to want to rely early on in being able to run the ball. And we do know that Alex Van Pelt does still believe that one of the best ways to be a successful team and a successful offense is by having a good, adequate, efficient, and consistent running game, and not just having a good offensive line that's going to block for you, but also having wide receivers on the outside that are going to be able to help your running backs when they are running towards the outside is a very underrated aspect. I mean, Kendrick Bourne, very good at blocking. You will now have Jalen Reagor back, very good at blocking. It's very, very obvious the type of offensive system the Patriots are trying to build. Ultimately, this upcoming season, I really don't expect him to get a ton of looks unless the Patriots end up trading and or cutting Tyquan Thornton. At the end of the day, Tyquan Thornton is still significantly faster than somebody like Jalen Reagor is. We had Tyquan Thornton in his 40-yard dash running, I want to say it was a 4.27, a 4.28. Jalen Reagor, I would say, is a little bit slower, but still considered a speedster with his playing style. He had multiple different 40 times. At first, he ran a 4.3, then he ran a 4.47. There is a clip of him running a 4.28, so he's kind of all over the place. At the end of the day, though, all we can really do is look at his film, look how he's played since he entered in 2020 as a first-round pick in the NFL with the Philadelphia Eagles, and we can really just say, you know what, that speed is translated to the NFL, and it's very clear that that is a big part to his game. Kind of the outlook here for him on the Patriots, like I said, is realistically that fourth or fifth receiver. I'm leaning more towards that fifth guy, though. He's going to get some snaps on offense for sure. I thought that his ability after the catch was very underrated. He was very good at getting open, and I wonder if this is going to be a camp battle in summer. I think Tyquan Thornton, Jalen Reagor, who is going to be that main guy on the outside as that speed vertical threat, I think that's something to keep an eye out on. But mostly what I think is going to come in to do for New England is to play on special teams. This is a guy that, like I said, returned a kick for New England for a touchdown this past season. When he was with Minnesota, he was a punt returner, and he returned a punt for a touchdown. And I think that's a very, very valuable asset to have, especially with Marcus Jones coming back. He can do punts. Jalen Reagor can do kicks, and the Patriots will put themselves in excellent field position offensively, no matter if it's a kick return or if it's a punt return. But this is where I kick it to you guys. Where do you think, or what do you think about Jalen Reagor returning to the Patriots on a one-year deal? Again, towards the end of the season, showed some promise. I'd be really curious to see what he can do with a full offseason with the team, and hopefully better quarterback play too, fingers crossed. But what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to leave a big like on the video, and of course, subscribe to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news. I appreciate you guys so much for watching as always, and most importantly, never forget,